Alright guys, welcome to the AiC Weekend Qualifier stream. We're going to be starting off with a little bit of a pre-show here before the qualifier begins. I'm your host and going to be your caster for the Weekend Inc. And joining me to help me along with this pre-show is going to be Quelly.
Heyo!
Yeah, so there's a lot to talk about here, Quelly. What are you excited for this weekend?
Well, what I'm excited about is the AiC Qualifiers. It's the biggest event of the year. Yeah, it's gonna be legendary, I hope.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be able to catch all of it all weekend long on this channel on CGO Media, so make sure you guys stick around here. So let's talk a little bit about AiC. As you guys probably see on the screen, you can see the webpage. You can see that those words Taiwan and $50,000. Quelly, do you want to break that down for people?
Well, it's a $50,000 prize pool. We don't know. We don't know how top heavy it is, so it's gonna be a lot of cash either way for whoever goes, I suppose, as long as you place high. So it's by far the biggest prize pool we've ever seen in AVA. As I don't think ISF has ever come this close to. I mean, this is big.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of money.
You can compare it to other games, larger games, prize pools.
Yeah, indeed. That's really exciting, and it's a trip to Taiwan. I think Area is paying for 2 teams to go to Taiwan to compete July 15th to 20th? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
yeah,
guys.
And we went last year, and I mean, it was a nice hotel, everything was paid for, all the food, you're taken care of.
A really positive experience, eh?
Yeah, very much so.
And the teams that go, they're going to be competing against 7 other international teams as well, I believe, like Korea, Japan, and Taiwan, of course.
Yeah, the best clans from each version or country.
So for the qualifier weekend, I should say, there's going to be 2 qualifiers, right? EU and NA, correct?
Yes, we will have. First off, all the European teams are going to hash it out together. The top
30
4.
of them.
Yeah, where the top 4 from each continent are going to play tomorrow, where the 2 best teams are going to win a trip to Taiwan. And a chance to win $50,000.
Yeah, and as well, like the top 4 teams from EU and NA qualifier, they will seed into the playoff qualifier, but the playoff qualifier has prizes of its own. Yeah,
especially brought by Razer and Area Games. So it's headsets and mouse pads, and is there a keyboard as well?
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. First place is a Razer Kraken Pro analog headset and 6500 AP and a gun of your choice, red, blue ticket. Pretty crazy first place prize from Area and from Razer.
Yep.
And then second place is that Destructor mousepad, 3500 AP, and then fourth is that messenger bag as well. So that's
I heard you wanted one of those messenger bags.
Hey, if anyone wants to donate, I'm readily available.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, but it's pretty exciting that we have prizes for the qualifier, not just the main event as well. It's pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
Yeah, and it's probably the biggest event we've ever seen for AVA, at least online, and offline as well for that matter.
Yeah, and so do you want to talk a little bit about the teams, I suppose?
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at Please here. Do you know who Please is, Quelly?
Yes, I know who Please is.
Can you name the top 2 most famous players on that team?
That would probably be Snow Shovel and, if I'm not mistaken, Skadoodle.
You are correct, yeah, you guys heard that right. That is the real Skadoodle that is playing with Snow Shovel in this qualifier. What do you think about them? Do you think they're gonna perform?
Well, I mean, if you just look at the roster, it's like the talent is immense. Like, there's no denying that. It's probably the strongest NA lineup we've seen since DEF CON. However, I mean, we've been scrimming not with crackheads, but like, I don't know, they haven't been performing as well as I was hoping. But I hope they will surprise us and at least place first in the NA qualifier.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Skadoodle and Zenova are going to play. Their individual skill is definitely pretty good, so excited to see what's going to happen there. But let's move on to the next team. It's going to be Artifacts. So their lineup is Nakudo, NH58, Yasashi, Sketchfest, and Drunk on You. I think that's their starting five.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really interesting team because, yes, I mean, they're probably, I mean, at least in Europe, they're not that familiar, but, I mean, they've been playing together for a long while, and they've been doing, I mean, they've been playing a lot of ESL tournaments. They're not placing too high, but it's always been on the European server, and they've always played really well.
Yeah.
And I think that's possible. I mean, you have Please is like the obvious first place, but I think Artifacts is might compete for it instead.
You know, like you said it basically. Artifacts has the coordination, the teamwork from experience of playing with each other for like a year.
And I mean, these are old players as well. I mean, these are leftovers from the old Blast team, which participated in the finals last year.
Yeah.
Which almost won AiC last year.
Well, the thing is also, Artifacts is normally like NH58, Nakudo, and Yasashi. They normally don't have Sketchfest or Drunk on You, so that could also increase their play as well. Definitely a team to look at in the NA qualifier, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think... I mean, I would probably put them as number one for NA, simply because Please is such a new team. I mean...
Yeah.
But, I mean, the skill on Please is probably higher if you give them a while, but we will see. I think it's
that whole like skill versus teamwork thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's an interesting. I guess we'll see. We'll find out tonight. See who.
Yeah, and then let's also
who
look
will
at
beat each other.
Yeah, let's look at the EU qualifier teams now. I think we have Jack in the Box right off the bat here. Yeah. So that's Dirty Bugger, Epi, Gravity, Surreal, and Tibulet or Ninja or Tryhard. Not quite sure who their main lineup is.
Well, here's the shocking story. So Surreal, who is probably their best player, has been MIA for 4 days. He's not online yet.
That's some insider knowledge right there.
Yeah, so he's most likely not going to play tonight. I mean, I hope for their sake that he will be playing.
That's a big loss for their
team. Yeah, that's a huge loss for their team. As he's their scope, he's you know, he usually puts up huge numbers each game. But I know Tryhard is playing instead of Surreal for now.
That's a pretty good replacement rifle, I think.
Yeah, he's a strong player, but I'd rather have Surreal.
Yeah, well, they do have Gravity, so maybe Gravity can pull some rabbits out of his hat, because he's pretty beast himself.
Yeah, I mean, he used to scope as well back in the days, so, you know, he might pull out the old FRF2 and see what happens.
Yeah, so let's move on to Semper Fidelity.
Yeah, that's an interesting team as well. They just had some roster changes as well.
Yeah, it looks like
with
Cappy, Zitor, Taz, R, and people.
No, the main lineup is, as you mentioned, those guys. But they have I think they have a sub as well. I don't know how much playtime he will get.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah, they're much like Artifacts in that sense. I mean, on paper, Jack in the Box probably has like more big names. The matchup between some Artifacts and Please, as in Jack in the Box has bigger names, but I would say Semper Fidelity has a lot more team play, coordination, that sort of stuff. And
well, I have Taz. I mean, what else?
Yeah,
can you
exactly.
Really say? Yeah, Taz is their main scope, guys. In case you are unaware.
Yeah, he will need to go pretty big, and I think it's going to be an interesting game. I mean, they've had some issues past these levels, choking maybe, I don't know, but I hope to see them go very far.
Indeed. So let's go look at Crackheads, I guess. I mean,
who are these guys?
I don't know. They're some randoms or something.
Really?
I don't even know who these people are, like Bit, KB, Cyphez, Kimpa Quelly, Monkey or Mankey or something.
Yeah, some weird team. Yeah.
Have they ever gone to like an actual event? Have they like ever traveled before?
So these are the last year's winners.
Yep.
Same lineup as last year. Hasn't changed.
same lineup for like the last 3 years actually.
2 years actually.
2
Like
years.
Kimpa joined 2 years ago, pretty
I
much.
see.
Like, so yeah, and they haven't lost much since Kimpa joined either. But knock on wood, you know. Hopefully, tonight's not the night. I mean, we've been preparing probably as much as we can, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, we're not.
you seem to be on this team, Quilly.
Oh yeah. I play for these guys. I don't know. We've been practicing and preparing as much as we can, and I mean, we're not underestimating any team whatsoever, and we're gonna, you know, do what's needed to hopefully be one of the winners tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to take a quick look at the brackets?
Yes, I do. I just have to actually pull them up myself.
Okay, I'll bring Stoner in here in the meantime so he can join us. Hey guys, welcome Stoner here. Stoner is live, I think.
Are you live, Stoner?
I'm alive! It's alive! Good evening, guys.
Welcome Stoner. We just went through the teams and the qualifiers, but we're about to look at the brackets. Do you have them open?
I'm just putting everything open right now. Didn't miss anything, did I, mate? Nothing's kicked off yet?
Oh no, no matches
Nope.
yet.
Good
but
to
we
get
have
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect timing then, eh? Well, almost perfect.
Yes.
Ain't no party without its Stoner party.
Thanks, mate. Looking forward to this weekend. Big weekend for AVA.
The biggest weekend.
Biggest weekend so far.
That's correct, sir.
I'm
So,
all excited.
Did you
I'm
guys have
excited.
the brackets up yet?
Yeah, I do.
Let's whip them open.
I sent you the link, Stoner. But anyways, we're gonna start. Jack in the Box gets a bye first round. Okay.
Wow, look at those brackets. How many teams did we get eventually sign up?
I think we got 29, so we're in a double elimination 32-man bracket.
Wow.
Yep.
29 teams. 29 teams.
Yes.
5 players. 1 game.
I think just some interesting things to note. I think Jack in the Box, Sinister, and Separate Fidelity are all probably going to meet each other in that top end of the bracket.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys think any of them could be knocked out by any of those other teams in there? Like, Obvious, Detox, Overview, Lusitanos? I mean...
Lusitanos might. I mean, Lusitanos shouldn't be underestimated by any measure. Yeah, they're quite strong. They can be at least.
As well?
Magna Carta as well are quite strong. Neutralize are pretty good as well. I mean, there's a lot of teams who can beat any team. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm looking at the teams, and there's some very strong teams there. I wouldn't like to. It's too difficult to call, actually.
Well, I mean, the clear favorites to advance from the top part of the bracket is Semper Fidelity and Jack in the Box. But I mean, it wouldn't be a huge surprise if say Sinister or Lusitanos or even Neutralize or Magna Carta were one of the teams.
We didn't talk about Sinister at all, but they're definitely a contender. They're pretty much in the same position as Artifacts, I would say. That they're like a consistent team, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Neutralize are pretty decent as well. I mean, it's a strong Spanish lineup.
Indeed. If you guys want to scroll down a little bit to the lower bracket of the winners bracket, I mean, we have Crackheads versus Ulta Clan. That's going to be our first match of the day, coming up in 17 minutes or so.
Yep. I mean, yeah, at the bottom half, the two biggest teams are probably One Hit and Crackheads, which will probably meet in the semifinals here.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the lower bracket is a little bit weaker in terms of like hyped up teams and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
But it's like, I mean, like One Hit, also.
One Hit is really, I mean, One Hit is a really strong team. I mean, they
Yeah.
should not be underestimated by any measure.
Do we have any news on the spectator mode? Do we have any?
Select games we will be doing that, but all players have to have access to it, so probably tomorrow we'll get a lot more games with that, but for now, today, it'll probably be the regular spectate.
Oh well, as long as we can get,
for the most part.
as long as we can get to play with it, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
good
think
for the
that's-
viewers.
Yeah, I think that's it for the bracket. Not much else to talk about there, right?
No.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be no walkovers.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, not on first glance at least. But hey guys, I have to go do my final preparations with crickets before the game starts, so I hope you two will have a fun evening of casting, and I will catch you guys later.
Okay, mate.
Sure.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, man.
See you later.
You don't
Thank
take
you
care.
guys.